It's your girl Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created this channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders within the foreign exchange market. So if that's something that you're looking for, you are in the right place at the right time. I just want to give a big, huge welcome to all of my new subscribers. If you are checking out this channel for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I really hope that you are able to learn something new and hopefully become a lifelong subscriber and hopefully a student if you are in the market of looking for a mentor. Now, I recently launched my e-learning platform called The Money Mantra, which is a self-guided structured learning program. It has a web app, it has a mobile app, so you can really take control of your learning and take it on the go. In addition to that, you will have access to my live sessions, which happen every Sunday at 6 o'clock p.m. So you can really ask those questions that you need to ask without having to wait for it. Now, if you want any of that information, the information is down below in my description box, and I would love to connect with you all. So make sure you check that out and leave me any questions and comments you have as well. So in today's quick video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to look for demand setups in the foreign exchange market or any financial market for that matter. Now, when you're trading or looking at financial charts, there is something called support and resistance, but then there's also something called supply and demand. And if you know how to recognize these areas, you will have an easier time finding trade ideas and also being profitable. Now, I made a previous video about supply setups, and these are setups that you'll find when you're looking for sell opportunities. But today we're going to be focused on demand. Now, supply typically happens at the top of a chart. You'll see something like this. And when you see those wicks pushing into the same area, but not getting any higher than that, that is called a supply. Once you start to notice that happens, the market tends to sell, right? So here are a few supply setups, and I'll just turn them red. Now, the opposite of the supply setup is going to be a demand setup. And these setups are typically found at the bottom of a selling trend. So here we can see that the market actually sold down to here. And then once it got to here, it just literally hit a stop. And not only did it do this on the red candle, it did this on the green candle as well. And after that hard stop, the market actually turned around. Now, here we have another example. We have a supply setup. The market just halted. It did this 2 times, which was a great sign that the market was going to reverse. And then it actually sold down. Now, in this red candle, we can see the market hit a hard stop. And then for the next few candles, it was struggling to get lower than this point. This is how we know it was a great demand setup. And as we can see, the market tapped into that area and then it continued to push up. We see the same thing happening here where the market didn't get any lower, and it did that for a couple of hours before it decided to go back up. So supply setups you'll literally find at the top of a buying trend. You'll see the market will hit a hard stop for a couple of candles and then it'll come on down. Now, when you see that the market is doing the same thing at the bottom, and you can usually notice this by 2 to 3 wicks or bottom of the candles that have pushed into the same area with no luck of getting any lower, that's going to be your demand area. And then the market is going to push up. Now, if you're currently looking at GBP JPY, you can see that the market is currently in a demand zone and we are expecting it to go up. Now, when it comes to setting your take profits and stop losses for supply and demand zones, you want to set if you're going for a buy, which is what the demand zone is highlighting, you're going to want to set your stop loss a little bit outside of where you see the lowest wick. Because remember, if the market is buying, it should be creating higher highs and not lower lows as if it were a selling trend. So my take profit will probably target this area here, which is, you guessed it, our previous supply zone. So I hope that this was pretty simple and straightforward and easy to understand. The best way to look for demand setups is to pay attention to where the wicks are. Now, we can look at this on any currency pair at any time, and we'll notice that you will be able to find supply and demand setups. Now, just for an example, I'm going to take this down to the 5-minute chart. If you are somebody who's interested in just getting your profit a little bit quicker. And I'm going to highlight some demand opportunities here as well. So as we can see, this was a supply setup. The market pushed up It had a hard time getting any higher than this, and then it sold. We see the market having a hard time getting lower than this, making this a really great demand area. Here's another example of the market coming off of a long selling trend, and then we see the market pushing into the demand area. Now, just as a bonus, if you wanted to add an indicator to your supply setup, one indicator that's really, really, really helpful is the stochastic, which I have at the bottom of my chart here. And the easiest way to use the stochastic when it comes to a demand setup is you want to make sure that it's crossing above this bottom line. That's usually a really high probability that the market is going to turn around for a buy versus when the stochastic is crossing down and the market tends to sell. So let's recap. If we were looking for a demand setup here, we will highlight the fact that the market has had a hard time getting any lower than this. We see those wick rejections. And then we also have our stochastic crossing up at the bottom. So that would have been a really great demand setup on the 5 minute. And I'm just going to look back in the past and find another example. So here we have the demand area where it's coming off of a selling trend. We see those wicks tapping into the same zone. And then we also see the stochastic crossing up above 20, giving us a great demand setup. Here's another one, which is clear as day. We have it coming off of a selling trend, pushing into this demand zone for a couple of minutes because this is the 5 minute chart. We have the stochastic crossing back above the 20, and then we have that upward motion. So that's really all I have for you guys today. I hope that this video was helpful in helping you understand how to spot a really good demand setup. As you can see, you can secure a lot of pips by doing this. In 1 hour and 45 minutes, you could have secured 80 pips on this trade had you had a simple demand setup. So I really encourage you guys to watch my supply video as well so that you can see how it will work if you were looking for sell instead of buy opportunities. Now, again, if you need a mentor, you love the way I teach, and you want to work with me one-on-one, you can register for personal mentorship, and that information is down below in the description box. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you have any ideas for future videos that I should post, make sure you drop that down below, and I will do my best to honor your requests. Now, that's really all I have for you guys today. Until next time, rich friends.